Boxingego here. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon on the top of your screen to get notified when the latest new content drops. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button, also subscribe to the channel for the latest and greatest in boxing. If you want to become part of the gang, notification gang, hit the bell icon. Shout out to the super chats, channel donations, and also the Patreon family. We are working. Now, this November, we have some quality, I repeat, quality heavyweight action in the form of WBC champion Deontay Bronze Bomber Wilder versus Luis King Kong Ortiz. And to sum it up, this is a good fight. I think Luis Ortiz is a dangerous foe and a dangerous out option for any top person, whether they're heavyweight champ or not. And I'm glad it's happening. Wilder says, they did a press conference. I want to kind of go over what he said and give some thoughts. He says, I've been waiting for this moment a long time. I'm excited that the time has come to meet Luis Ortiz. Ortiz is considered the boogeyman of the sport, and I am the hardest hitter in boxing. When you put us together in the ring, you will get one of the best heavyweight fights in a long time. I will unify the division. This, I promise. This is the first step towards unifying. Any heavyweight that gets in my way is getting knocked out. I am the best. I am the toughest heavyweight in the division. I am the man in the division. I don't care what anybody else has going on. You've got to come through me. When I knock Luis Ortiz out, I want my due respect. I'm the only American heavyweight champion of the world, and I am the man. Nobody is stronger physically, mentally, and spiritually. They are all scared of me. Now, I've said this before. I'm not sure what it is that doesn't resonate, but I like Deontay Wilder, and some of the fans, I think, should get behind him. He's a knockout artist. You can say he's not the most fundamental, but neither is Ruslan Provodnikov. There's a lot of guys who aren't fundamentally the best. But unlike Ruslan, I think Deontay Wilder has a good jab. He's very athletic. He's taller than most in the division, things like that. And the point being is he gets what the fans say they want, which is the knockout. Every single fight, despite the competition. I mean, we're talking about grown men, 250 pounds, right? Or better. Not all of them, but you guys get the gist. And he's knocking them out. That's not an easy feat. He's knocked out everyone except for Bermane Stiverne, a guy he even hurt in the fight. So I like Wilder's attitude, man. Win, lose, or draw. These are the fights boxing needs. Wilder, Ortiz, Lomachenko, Rigondeaux, Canelo, Triple G, to sort out who's the who in the division. And I like this attitude. He says, he's telling you, very clear, very blunt, I'm the man to beat. All roads lead to Deontay Wilder. You got to come see me. I'm the most durable, toughest, mentally, physically, strongest. You know what I mean? Some people say that's cocky and I don't like arrogance. I love arrogance. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to see a fighter going into a fight potentially for his life knowing that Deontay Wilder or whatever fighter it is, a lot of them have kids and families and stuff, and they're the support system to others. You know what I mean? So I don't want to see a guy go in there with a lack of confidence, like, oh, I don't know if I could beat this guy. This Cuban guy, he has quite the amateur pedigree. That's not what I want to see. So win, lose, or draw, I like when the Conor McGregors and the Deontay Wilders and Floyd, they tell you, they're like, you ain't beating me. Whether it's true or false, you need confidence in this brutal sport. So I'm glad we're getting the fight. A lot of people hate still, but you got to look at it. Two people in recent memory that were supposed to face Deontay Wilder failed drug tests. One of them being Olympic gold medalist Alexander Povetkin, whose career since that point, he hasn't really fought nobody. And that's not Wilder's fault that someone can't pass a drug test. And he even warned Luis Ortiz, who has had an issue in the past where he failed a drug test. I think it was the Latif Coyote fight, who was once trained by Freddie Roach. He said, don't mess this up for both of us. This is a fight we both want. Don't pull out. Don't fail no drug tests. Won't. So I'm looking forward to it. I don't think Wilder gets his full credit for just being the entertainer that he is. He's charismatic. You understand him when he speaks. He has a little southern drawl and all that. But what I do know is that right has some dynamite in it. And if you catch that flush, it might be night-night for you. But he's in there with a seasoned pro, 38-year-old. That's what he's listed as, Luis Ortiz. So he's going to have to be on his A game. He has to fight a smart fight. Luis Ortiz can box, has a longer reach than him. even though he's 3 inches shorter, which I discovered on the live stream. So this should be a very, very good fight. And I like this. Like I said, I don't see why people don't get more people should be getting behind Deontay Wilder, because these are the types of challenges and risks that we're asking of the fighters. You know what I mean? You could have easily fought a guy you beat, Stavern, who's probably a little bit shorter than Luis Ortiz, definitely doesn't have the reach of Ortiz, is not a southpaw like Ortiz, and you already beat him, so you have a psychological edge. And Wilder went out of his way to pay Stavern, who didn't want to step aside, to take this fight. So you got to give credit where credit's due. My thoughts, Wilder says, after I knock him out, then there's no excuses. And for me, if he does knock out Luis Ortiz, which again is no easy task, he deserves a lot of credit. I already see people making excuses. See, Luis Ortiz, when he was with Matchroom and other people didn't want to fight him, they said he was the boogeyman. Now that Wilder signed on to fight him, and you're forced to look at the fight realistically, because it's a done deal. We got a date, we got a venue, the fighters are in. Now all of a sudden people are making excuses, just like they did with Mayweather-Pacquiao. When Pacquiao, and the whole time it didn't look like the Floyd fight was going to happen, they say, oh, Pacquiao would destroy Floyd. And then all of a sudden, when the fight gets announced, they're talking about, oh, Pacquiao's past it, and Marquez knocked him out, and the ref is bought off, the judges are bought off. Should have happened 5 years ago. No. Because just a few months ago, you were saying Pacquiao would have destroyed when it didn't look like the fight was going to happen. You were saying he was going to destroy Floyd. Don't switch up now. Same thing like Wilder and Ortiz. If you were banking for Luis Ortiz, and you were saying he's the dark horse of the division, the boogeyman of the division, and he was going to knock out Wilder, but Wilder's too chicken shit to fight him. Now that the fight is signed, don't backpedal and try to back off the blocks and backtrack on what you said. Ride with Luis Ortiz and say, like, you know what I mean? Luis Ortiz is going to clap him, if that's what you feel. Don't be like, oh, Luis Ortiz, now he's 38 and he's too old and all this. Let me know your thoughts. Drop it in the comment section. Make sure you smash the like button. As always, hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video, is Ego signing off. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button. And you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxingego, the future of boxing.